Hi guys. So working on fitting it. The bends. You really can't get much better than that. I know it's hard to see, but it's sloping all its right directions. So it's a little tight in here, so I got to do me a little grinding right through there. I think I can. You want to keep a gap in there, but you also want to try and tighten up wherever the gap is too much. So I think if I do just a little trimming in there, a little trimming in there, and a little trimming right there, I think it'd be okay. And then that's getting a whole new panel anyways. So that side don't matter. And that has a good enough metal right in there to where at least I get my extra point of contact to keep that panel straight when I go to work on this. If I can get that to stay where it's supposed to, and up here, that'll keep those in place when I attach this piece. That's what I did on the other side and it worked. So I get my marker and go through this and make sure I have a little gap and clean up where it's way too tight, which isn't a whole lot. So yeah, I got that corner. That doesn't have much of a gap there, but I'm sure I'll blow through and I'll make a gap. Otherwise, she's not fitting too bad. So I'll just start working up, trying to keep it as flat to the surface as I can. And try and not make a goobered up mess, let's just say. Okay, she's in there. I don't know. For a beginner, I don't think that's too off. Once I get my air tools going, I'll try and clean this drip rail up. I still gotta go in here and finish fixing a few holes that I found when I ground it up. And I'm hoping that when I do that inner panel, I can get up in here with a dolly and kind of hammer and dolly, tweak it up. There's a couple low spots I'd like to knock up. Even the good guys that I watch, they still have to hammer and dolly their metal after they get done. So, it's not warped. It just has some high and low spots I'd like to just smooth out a little bit. Okay guys, next panel's in. She runs pretty damn good. A little low spot there, but otherwise, she feels pretty damn good. Contoured along pretty good. I'll probably clean up this drip rail welding when I get my air cutoff wheel. It's be easier to run than that bigger grinder. Same with this side, but that's the initial weld and grind. I still gotta clean up along here, but I'm not blowing through like I used to, so I'm getting a little better. I will say one thing that I learned is that when you're trying to grind down your weld, as soon as that weld gets hot, it doesn't grind anymore. So you're better off just making a pass, letting it cool down, make another pass. The other thing I have a problem with is I'm looking at where I'm grinding and not where, I mean, it didn't dig in there, but it just scratched it. But I do have a problem with looking at the weld I'm grinding, but not watching what the disc is doing outside the grinding zone. But it's better than that big old hole that was on the side of her. So that's the next batch to make. And then start on these, which are going to be really fun because it has a really sharp bend and then it flattens out. And I don't have a lot of bug left to see how it used to do right in here. But that's a pretty sharp curve to begin with, all the way back to where it's gone. And this is all dented and rusted out. So I'm taking it. That used to be sloped pretty good, all the way back to this point. So we'll see what I can do. Anyways, I think that's enough for tonight. Talk to you guys later.